All right, we are back. We're doing some explicit and recursive formulas for geometric and arithmetic sequences. So thank you for the question that I got on YouTube from my channel, YouWantAlgebra. Don't forget to follow that. Follow my Instagram, also YouWantAlgebra. And don't forget to follow and share this with all of your friends. So we are looking at a dog bakery that sold 20 dog cakes during week 1. And then we had 27 cakes sold during week 2 and 34 dog cakes sold in week 3. So we're looking to find the explicit and the recursive formulas for both of those. So we are going to look at what is happening with the problem here. So if I'm looking at what we started with, so I'm just going to put these two things down. We are going to look at, we started with 20, then we went to 27, and then we went to 34. So that is going up by 7 every single time. So you're just adding. So adding is arithmetic. So when I'm looking at the explicit formula, we're looking at being able to find out, from if this continues as this pattern of getting 7 more every single week, we would maybe want to see what week 20 brings us. I could keep adding 7 and adding 7 and adding 7. That works. And I've seen it done many times where I've asked like the 50th term and kids have written them all down. That's fine. But if you wanted to find it quicker, you do a sub n. So that just means whatever number you're looking for in this sequence. And because it's arithmetic, it's a. And we're going to do the number we started with, which in week 1 was 20. Now, because it's addition, we're going to add 7, because that's what our ratio, or not a ratio, but that was our number that we were adding to it each week. And then we are going to take in parentheses, and we will write n minus 1. So if I wanted the 30th week, I would put 30 here, I would put 30 here, which means I would do the 29th week times 7, and then I would add it to whatever we started with and get our answer for that 30th week. Now, if I wanted to do the recursive formula, a lot less useful as far as I'm concerned, but you would take the number that you're looking for, so that would be right here, and then you take a sub n minus 1, which means you need the number before it, and then you just add 7. So it's kind of like what we did up here. We needed the numbers before so we could figure out what the pattern was. Once we found it, we could continue that pattern. But if I wanted to know the 40th or 50th week, then I would have to have the number right before it in order to figure out what would come next. So it's a little bit less helpful. If you want more questions like this, find them on my YouTube, my Instagram, my TikTok, YouWantAlgebra. These are going to be located in a playlist called Recursive and Arithmetic Sequences.